Hi, what's up, agents? I've been a little behind on Season 1 of Year 5 of the Division 2, and I've had to listen in stream to you all tell me how good the St. Elmo's Engine Exotic Assault Rifle is. So many of you are saying it's the best exotic in the game, or the best assault rifle in the game now, and that I need to get it, and I need to try it out. Well, I finally unlocked it. I put it on what people are saying is like the meta striker build, and we tested it out on all sorts of content like countdown, raids, legendary, casual stuff. And yeah, I gotta agree, it's quite good. In this video, we're going to go over this gun. I'm going to share my thoughts with you. I'll go over the striker build as well to show you which build I've been using it on. And I hope you enjoy it. Before we get into this, if you do enjoy today's video, please do give it a like and a share to support it. And subscribe for more content. So here it is, the St. Elmo's Engine Exotic Assault Rifle. You'll unlock this on the season track at level 90. You don't even need to buy the season track. This is part of the free track on that, the top tier. You'll get this for free at level 90. And you also get the blueprint for the St. Elmo's Engine at level 91, which you're going to want. Now, if we go and have a look at the St. Elmo's, we can see it comes with assault rifle damage, it comes with health damage, and I've got damage to target out of cover rolled on that. I didn't originally have that. That came with accuracy, but you can change it with the blueprint. So once you got the blueprint, you just come over to the crafting table, and you'll find here the St. Elmo's Engine blueprint so that you can reconfigure it. You will need a St. Elmo's to do this, also exotic components and other resources. But as long as you got those, you can keep on re-rolling this until you get the attribute that you want. I think that's really good. I'm glad that they've started to do this with exotics, because I really wouldn't have wanted accuracy on this. And if you've used this gun, it absolutely beams. You don't need accuracy on this. So I wanted damage to target out of cover, and that really does make it a perfect set of attributes there. The talent that you get on these St. Elmo's Engine is the Actum Est, where shooting an enemy with this weapon will give 1 stack, and at 100 stacks, the next magazine will be filled with shock ammo. This actually gives me so many thoughts of different builds that I want to do with this. I thought of DPS builds, I thought of tank builds, I thought of status effect crowd control builds, I thought of hybrid builds, and I really can't wait to get stuck in and test this on all sorts of builds that are going through my head right now. But what I did, just to have a quick play around with it, I put together a very easy striker build. And while we're in stream, people are saying the meta striker build is basically this, what is on screen now. So I'm just going to go through this build to show you a very quick build with this weapon, just in case you're watching this and you're wondering, what build can I use it on? Well, this is an all-red DPS build with strikers, and it plays out very well. I've used this for casual play, heroic, I've played a raid with it, I've done a legendary with it as well, District Union Arena, and it really did perform very, very well on this build. So the gunner specialization I use for the rate of fire. After every kill, you get 5%, I think, rate of fire for so many seconds, but also you get some armor on kill as well with that specialization. I think it works very well. Obviously, we've got the St. Elmo's Engine there. The secondary weapon that I thought would work very well with the build is the Carburet. This is the named submachine gun that comes with Perfect Thunderstrike. It deals 40% extra damage to shock targets. The thought of this was maybe to get the shock ammo in the St. Elmo's, and I could shock enemies, switch to this to deal extra damage. It was kind of tricky doing that. I didn't really do that at all, but it is something you could try and do. But also, I run a shock trap with it, so I could throw a shock trap down at spawn points. I could switch to this and do real good damage with the SMG. Works well on the build, but to be honest with you, I mainly just keep the St. Elmo's on. Sidearm really doesn't matter. Grenade doesn't matter. I go to Coyote's Mask here for obvious reasons. It comes with weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. Throw a crit damage mod on that, and you get all the Coyote Mask buffs with extra crit chance and crit damage for you and your team. And the striker pieces I've placed in the backpack, gloves, knee pads, and holster. Every single piece here is weapon damage and critical hit damage on all 4 pieces, with a critical hit damage mod on the backpack. And the backpack is also increasing the striker's gamble from 0.65% to 1%. I don't go with the striker's chest piece, and I never do on a striker's build, because that increases the total stacks from 100 to 200. But I always struggle to keep the stacks anywhere past 100 anyway. So I always change the chest piece out. And on this build, I've gone with the Grupo chest. People are telling me that the meta way to build this would be the Cheska chest to give you the 10% critical hit chance to get your chance higher, but I don't mind having a little bit lacking in chance when I'm running the Coyote Mask, so I went with Grupo instead to give me the extra crit damage, And the roles you want there are weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and again a critical hit damage mod. And the talent on the chest piece is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 25 times. And that's the build. It's very simple to put together. The hardest pieces are the chest and the mask, but if you've already got them, then that's great. Just farm those striker pieces or craft them, and you can have this build put together very, very quickly, and it's super, super effective. Use whatever skills that you want. Like I said, I got a ton on right now, but I was using a shock trap. I've got a revive hive to get myself up. And if we have a look at the stats, this is where it's going to differ depending on if you use the chest skill or the Grupo piece. With the Grupo on the St. Elmo's, I've got 42% critical hit chance and 188% critical hit damage. If I throw the chest scron, I'll drop some damage but increase that critical hit chance. It's either or really, it's whatever you prefer. But if we switch over to the Carburet, you can see with that I'm at 58% critical hit chance with how the build is right now, with 168% critical hit damage. So as I said, I have really enjoyed using the St. Elmo's. This build works very well with it. I actually have another striker build that I use for legendary content. It's the perfect focus striker build where I use the Carbine 7, and I really like that build. It absolutely melts. And so what I did to kind of like truly test this build was I did a District Union Arena. I literally just pulled 3 people in. They had the sort of builds we never ran together before, and it went so smooth. I noticed that, yeah, it doesn't hit as hard as the perfect focus striker build, but the benefits is that I don't need to be scoped in. I hate having to be scoped in on that build, so that it's so much better not having to be scoped in. And that shock ammo, when you do get it, it can be very beneficial. Obviously, it stops that enemy shooting at you, so depending when you get that shock ammo, you can kind of like make strategic choices to push a little bit more maybe. And what we did do on District Union Arena on this run on screen now is there's those opportunities where I had that shock ammo, and we did push that bit more, clearing areas a lot quicker. And where I normally struggle with like a new team, we just didn't struggle. I was the only DPS on the run like I normally am with the perfect focus version of the build, and it really did perform very well. The only downside is like I said, it doesn't hit as hard as that build. It's not the hardest hitting AR, but the other perks of it, it does make it very viable. And I can see why people really enjoy this weapon. Where it lacks in that damage, it really does kind of make up for itself with the mods. The optics rail there gives you 20% critical hit damage. The magazine slot gives you 30 rounds, so it's a 70 round AR, which is insane. The underbarrel gives you weapon handling, which makes it absolutely beam. You can use it at some long range. Like I like the Eagle Bearer because of the range and the accuracy on it. This matches that. And the muzzle slot there gives you 20% critical hit chance. I'm not going to say that this is the best AR in the game right now, but what I am going to say is that I am impressed. It worked very well with this striker build, and I'm looking forward to what other builds I can come up with now. I'm going to piece some together over the next few weeks. We're going to put some builds together. We're going to test it out. We'll release some more videos as well of all these different builds I come up with, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. I do think it's a very good weapon. But that is the end of the video. Let me know what you think down in the video comments, because a lot of you have been telling me in streams how much you like it. Share with me the builds that you are using with it, because it might be able to help me when I'm making decisions with the builds I'm thinking about. I'd appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit like and share to support. Subscribe for more content as well from me. And until next time, thank you for watching this one. Stay safe and peace out.